Hello, and welcome to Ranting Ryan's live Q&A show. Up already, Mr. Williams and Dino Birdie have tuned in. The regulars, 2 regulars, that is. Hello, and Alexander Matthews. Hello, and Mr. Freeman. Hello. Yes, this is the last show of the series. Hello, hey, Harry Taylor 148. Hello. Hello, Mr. Fun. Hello. Mr. Freeman asks, how am I? Well, I'm fine. Thank you very much for asking. Mr. Williams has asked a question appropriately enough for this time of year. Are you excited for Christmas next week? Of course I am! I mean, who wouldn't be excited for Christmas? It's the happiest time of the year. How can you not be excited? Goodness me, I do love Christmas. And look, red and white. Christmas colours. Yay! And I have my Santa hat. Yeah, my decorations up. I'm prepared. So yes, I am excited for Christmas. Thank you very much for your question. What a way to start the show. Hey. And for that, I'm going to switch on the lights of this tree. Hey, look at that. Woo! Anyway, thank you for your question, Mr. Williams. Oh, no. Mr. Fanatic says he's crying. What's the matter, Mr. Fanatic? How can you be crying? It's Christmas time! Happiest time of the year! This is no time for sadness. It's completely unacceptable at Christmas time. I will not have any sadness at Christmas. Hopefully you'll cheer up by watching this show. But why are you crying anyway? Oh, I see. Because it's the last show. Well, I've heard that Mr. Fanatic here is a fan of the show, so no wonder he's upset, as it's the last one. But don't worry about it. There's still a show happening. Mr. Freeman says, remember everyone, no food questions. You'll make Ryan hungry. Thank you. And, Mr. Williams has asked another question. Did you know that Billy Connolly voiced King Fergus in the Disney and Pixar film Brave? Appropriately enough, because, well, as you know, Brave is a Scottish film. So, I'm glad that Billy Connolly's in the film. I mean, he's great. Probably the greatest stand-up comedian ever, Billy Connolly. I can't think of anyone else. Well, he's one of the big ones, at least. A huge name in stand-up comedy, Billy Connolly. So, thank you for your question. Let's see. Mr. Fanatic has also pointed out that people can ask food questions, just not too many. That's correct. Mr. Fanatic's asked another question. Oh, has he? No, he hasn't. Mr. Freeman's asked another question. Did you see a video that Oscar Barnett made of his stand-up comedy DVD collection? Yes, and a fine selection of favourite comedians he has there. I'd say he chose rather well. Yeah. And I quite liked his Teletubbies joke at the end. Good man. And I remember what he said. If you want to be a good stand-up comedian, you need to practice hard. Good words, Mr. Barnett, if you're watching. Thank you for your question. Dino Birdie's asked another question. Have you watched the game show called Take Your Pick with Des O'Connor? Now, I've seen bits of it, but not a full episode. Thank you for your question. Mr. Robertson has tuned in. Hello, Mr. Robertson. And he says, there's a box of food with my name on it. Is there? Why didn't nobody tell me that until now? But if there's something of mine there, something to do with me, tell me straight away! Because, well, I am Ranting Ryan! Oh, Mr. Fanatic has asked another question. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. He says, did you know that Brendan O'Cowell was on This Morning today? Oh, because, yeah, I've heard that there's to be another Mrs. Brown's Boys Christmas special this year. So, I'm guessing he was on the show for that. So, I didn't see it live, so I'll need to catch up. I mean, This Morning, not the show. The Mrs. Brown's Boys Christmas special. I meant I have to watch it, This Morning recorded, because I didn't see it live this morning. Thank you for your question. Now then, Mr. Freeman's asked another question. Did you see a video I made with another TV book reference on Muffin the Mule? It is where Peregrine the Penguin says, there's only one way to find out, Muffin. I did see that! Yes. Very good! Keep up the good work! Thank you for your question. Someone called Tara Boss 2 has tuned in, so hello, Miss Boss! And, Mr. Williams has asked another question. He says, who is your favourite tweenie? And yes, I understand that you watch kids shows with your niece and nephew. Well, I'm glad you understand that. Surely you all know that by now. Let's see. Well, I remember watching the tweenies when my niece and nephew were very young. Younger, that is. In preschool years. Well, I remember one of them liked Milo best. The other one liked my nephew liked Milo best, and my niece liked Bella best. I'd say my favourite one is Jake, because he's voiced by Justin Fletcher, a legend in children's television. Yeah, I'd say Jake is my favourite. So thank you for your question. Mr. Freeman's asked another question. Did you see the Pigs in Space sketch from the Muppet Show with John Cleese? It has him as a space pirate with a space pirate with a Muppet parrot on his shoulder. Well, if I did, I haven't seen it. Well, I can't remember if I have seen it, because I haven't watched the Muppet Show for absolutely ages. But I would love to see it again one day. Thank you for your question. Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, there it is. I found it. Even references the Dead Parrot sketch from Monty Python by saying, "Wanna be an ex-parrot?" Hey, nice one! Hey. Thank you for pointing that out. Mr. Fanatics asked another question. Oh, it's gone. Oh, there it is. He says, did you watch Mrs. Brown's Boys, the movie? If you have, what do you think of it? Well, when I saw the trailer, in the year the film came out, I thought, hey, a movie on Mrs. Brown's Boys. I've got to see that. So I booked tickets. Well, a ticket. Did I see it alone, or did I go with someone? I can't remember. Anyway, went to the cinema, and I liked the film. So, thank you for your question. Mr. Freeman's asked, do you like the Bee Gees? If so, what are your favourite songs from them? Mine is Staying Alive. And that's another one of my favourite Bee Gees songs. As well as that, there's You Should Be Dancing and Night Fever. Staying Alive, You Should Be Dancing, and Night Fever. Those are my 3 favourite Bee Gees songs. Ooh, there's a disco happening inside my head now. But I had to stop because I had to continue with the show. Excuse me one moment. Party stopped. Thank you for your question. Harry Taylor's asked a question. What is your favourite Christmas film? Mine is Bob the Builder, A Christmas to Remember, since it's my tradition. Well, again, a suitable question for this time of year. And my favourite Christmas film, eh? I'd say that would be It's a Wonderful Life. Classic Christmas film, that. I mean, probably the greatest of all Christmas films. So, thank you for your question. Mayday 51's tuned in, another regular. Hello, Mayday. Let's see. Mr. Fanatic asked another question. He says, do you like Jim Carrey? If you do, what's your favourite performance from him? Mine is Dr. Eggman in the Sonic movie and The Grinch. Now, Jim Carrey is, I think he's so funny. I mean, he can do a lot of faces. You know what? I'd call Jim Carrey the American Rick Mayall, because the two things they had in common, Rick Mayall and Jim Carrey, was that they were both funny and silly. Yes. And my favourite performance from him, let's see. Well, I liked him in The Mask. He was good in that. And Ace Ventura. Those are my two favourites. Thank you for your question. Mr. Fanatic says I pronounced his surname wrong. Jim Carrey? Is it? I always thought it was Carrey, but is it Carrey? Jim Carrey. What? I'm confused now. And I hate being confused. Why is his surname called Jim Carrey if it's spelled with an A? It should be Jim Cerrey. You see, Jim Carrey. If it's spelled with an A, that would be Jim Carrey. That's what I always thought. I've been tricked. I don't believe it. Thank you for your question. Mr. Freeman says, Mr. Freeman asks, did you see a video I made of a clip from a series called Trust Morecambe and Wise, where Lenny Henry does his infamous funny laugh? You know what? I'm not sure if I have. But now that you've mentioned it, I've got to see that. Thank you for your question. Mr. Williams says, Mr. Williams asks, what is your favourite live show? Mine is the Bob the Builder live show. Live show? Ooh. Well, I really like that 2014 Still Game live show at the Hydro, the SSC Hydro in Glasgow. I think that was my favourite live show, stage show at least. But then again, there are other bottom live shows, but I like them. But Still Game live at the Hydro 2014 for me. Thank you for your question. Dino Birdie asks, did you know that Terry Wogan was the first host of Blankety Blank? Well, as being a fan of Blankety Blank, I did know that. And he was a legend, Terry Wogan. Still missed till this very day. God bless Terry Wogan. Thank you for your question. Mayday asks... Mr. Mayday asks, what is your best And worst Christmas present. Let's see. My best Christmas present. I'd say my best Christmas present was when I got a megaphone. Because yeah, after my trouble with the litter bugs, those litter bugs you may remember, I was given a microphone. Yeah, I mean megaphone, and that way I could tell them off with a much bigger voice. Yeah, but that's my best Christmas present. And now then, my worst Christmas present. Let's see. Probably a very, very cheap plate, because I was given a really nice plate. I mean, it was beautiful, beautifully decorated, but put it down gently on my kitchen table. It broke! Just like that! One gentle put down on the counter, and then in pieces straight away! That proves it was a very cheap plate! So I say that was my worst Christmas present. Thank you for your question. Oh, Mr. Williams has asked a question which goes like this. What is your favourite Christmas VHS or DVD? My favourite VHS is Bob the Builder, Bob's White Christmas and Other Stories, and my favourite DVD is BB's The Ultimate Christmas Collection. My favourite Christmas VHS tape or DVD? Well, there's a DVD called Still Game, The Christmas and Hogmanay Specials. I really like that one, so I think that would be my favourite one. Yes. Still Game, The Christmas and Hogmanay Specials DVD for me as my favourite Christmas DVD. So thank you for your question. Harry, Mr. Taylor's asked another question. Did you know that Stephen Tompkinson voiced Tom in A Christmas to Remember? He's my favourite character because he is very friendly to the baby reindeer, and I'm always friendly. Oh, that's nice to hear. Because I love friendly people, and I hate unfriendly people. Steve. Yeah, now where? No, I've heard of Stephen Tompkinson, and well, you know what? I'm not sure if my niece and nephew have ever seen Bob the Builder A Christmas to Remember. But, the thing is, now that they're at the age of, like, in school years, like, they're like in double figures now. So, somewhere in their teens. So I think they may be a bit old for that, I'm afraid. But if I was to babysit someone at Christmas time, like a toddler or something, someone, I could show them to them. So thank you very much for your question. Mr. Fanatics points out they're not, Ryan. Well, how do you know that? They're never too old to watch kid stuff. Well, you may say that, but they might not. I'm afraid. Well, I'll tell them that, but if they say they're too old for that now, what can you do? Let's see. Did any more questions come in? Yes, Mr. Fanatics asked the question. Do you like Sparkle and Shine, the song from Nativity? Now, I can't remember if that song was either very good or very bad, because I haven't seen Nativity for a while. But if it's a good film, if it's a good song, then oh. Well, it's got a nice title, Sparkle and Shine, so it sounds like a good song. So thank you for your question. Nest Lover 94's tuned in. Hello there. He says, still looking forward to the very day everything will be fine again, which might be sometime in January. Oh, aren't we all, Mr. Lover? What shall I call you? Mr. Nest Lover? Mr. Lover? Mr. 94? I'll just call you Mr. Nest Lover 94, sorry. Mr. Freeman has asked a question. Another one. Did you see any more details I mentioned about Trust Morecambe and Wise, Ryan? No offense. Yes, but I see questions were piling in, so I didn't want to lose any of the questions, so so yeah. Don't get me wrong, I did see those details, but I wasn't ignoring you. Why would I ignore anyone? Well, unless they were being horrible, that is. So I did see those details, so thank you very much. Oh, Mr. Freeman, he's also asked, here's a question I asked last week that you never answered. Have you heard of Minecraft? If you have, what do you think of it? Well, my niece and nephew like to play Minecraft, and they've asked me if I'd like to have a go, and I think, you know what, I think Minecraft is quite a good game for kids, because in Minecraft, you can build whatever you like. Yeah, like your dream house, or that's the joy of Minecraft. You can build anything you want. It's for people who want to be like architects or builders. Minecraft is a good way to start, but just bear in mind when you're building a house, like if you're a builder, there are no monsters, and thank God for that. Thank you for your question. Now, can I just point out that as we've got 5 minutes left, could you stop asking questions so I wouldn't have like lots of questions piling in? That would be very kind. Thank you very much. See, we've got 5 minutes left, so okay. Any more questions that came in? This isn't the question, but Mr. Fanatics pointed out that I never had a favourite Christmas VHS tape, but for DVD, I would say Balamoy, Panther and Other Stories, and Mrs. Brown's Boys Christmas Crackers. Good. And Mr. Freeman's pointed out that Stephen Tompkinson also narrated Binker and voiced Stan in Little Red Tractor. Very good. And Mr. Williams has pointed out that Bob the Builder, A Christmas to Remember, was released on VHS in 2001 and on DVD in 2003. Good. Mr. Fanatic says, did you know that Terry Wogan was on Balamory in the episode The Game Show? And yes, I do understand you watch kids shows with your niece and nephew. Let's see. You know what? I think I have heard of that. And Greg Hempel was in it too. The wife. Sorry. Oh, goodness me. The husband, of Julie Wilson Nimmo, Miss Hooley. So, I think that's lovely. Having husband and wife on the same show. Like real husband and wife. I love that. Here's a fun fact if you didn't know that. Greg Hempel, aka Victor McDade, is married to Julie Wilson Nimmo, aka Miss Hooley. Let's see. Mr. Freeman says Julie Wilson Nimmo also starred in Chewing the Fat. She did, yes. And any more questions? Mr. Fanatic says, no, I'm gonna miss this show. Or maybe it's because of something I said about having 5 minutes left. Well, now we have 3 minutes left. Mr. Freeman says, asked, did you know that Harry Hill made an album called Funny Times? It was released in 2010. You know what? Yes, I did know that. In fact, I've got the album, and it's a very funny album to listen to. So entertaining. So thank you for your question. Mr. Fanatic has asked, do you like Super Mario? If you do, what do you think of it? I remember playing Super Mario when I was probably about 10 or 9 or 10, or maybe even 11. And I don't play video games often nowadays, but I did enjoy playing them when I was wee. So thank you for your question. Mr. Williams says, which mode of Minecraft do you play? Well, survival mode or peaceful mode? Well, I don't play it as much as my niece and nephew, but I'd say peaceful mode, because the thing of peaceful mode is you can no one's bothering you. So thank you for your question. And he's also asked, Mr. Williams says, and here's my last question for this series. How much did you enjoy making this series? And when will there be another series? Well, I enjoyed making this series very much because I got to meet lots of wonderful people. That's you lot. Yeah, I really enjoyed answering all your questions. Another series? Well, I never thought of having another series. Well, you know what? I doubt there will be another series of this show, but you never know. Never say never. Because remember, I'm not saying there's definitely not going to be another series. You never know. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Now are there any more questions? Two more, these will be the last two questions of this series. First one, where is it? Oh, there it is. Mr. Fanatic says, what's your favourite Mrs. Brown's Boys Christmas episode? That will be, Mammy's... that would be Mammy's ASS. That's my favourite Mrs. Brown's Boys Christmas episode. Thank you for your question. And the last one from Mr. Fanatic. What are your favourite Minecraft mobs? If you have any, that is. I have none, I'm afraid. Because I don't like those monsters. Because when my niece and nephew are teaching me to build something on Minecraft, something appears, and they keep getting in the way. So I just have to switch to peaceful mode because those monsters get on my nerves. Blah! Oh, sorry. Yes, I meant you, Mr. Freeman. Sorry. Sorry, I was trying hard to be quick. Well, that's all we've got time for this show and this series. Well, that's all that's left for me to say as well. I hope you enjoyed this series. I hope you enjoyed asking those questions, and I enjoyed answering them. Oh, look at those messages. Mr. Freeman says, goodbye, Ryan. I will miss this series. And Mr. Fanatic says, this is sad. And Miss Mayday51 says, goodbye, Ryan. I've enjoyed it. And Nest Lover 94 says, good night again. Sorry. Mr. Fanatic says, I'm going to miss you, Ryan. And Mr. Freeman says, but I'll watch it again. And Mr. Williams says, goodbye, and I've enjoyed this series. Mr. Freeman says, I'm always watching your show. Oh, thank you very much, all of you. 2 more things for me to say is actually 3 things. First of all, good night. 2, I hope you have a great Christmas. And 3, Merry Christmas. Good night. Thanks for watching.